How we doing today, guys? Sam and Alex back with this week's fishing report. Folks, it's that time. The white perch are in their full swing. All of your hot spots on the shore, your Tuckahoe, your Hillsborough, all those areas that you love to fish, they are there. And they're in pretty good force. So there's a few rigs you can get out there and use. We do have grass shrimp in today. Hopefully we'll have some tomorrow, kind of depending on how it goes. That's what most folks are going to be using. They're going to be fishing a bobber with a small jig underneath of them. When you get on them real thick, what I've been doing is switching and fishing tandem rigs. You can catch two at one, or you can just cover a little bit more water a little bit more effectively. We make them here. This is some Bustum stingers here on some small jigs. I like to put a little scent on there. I think it helps. You can, of course, tip these with grass shrimp too, and that'll work fantastic as well. Great time to get out there. From everything I've heard, they are in there pretty thick.
Yep, every spot you can, you guys know, off on the western shore, eastern shore. Pretty much it's time to just get out there and fish right now. Some of these deeper holes you can throw some bloodworms in there too if you want. A little bit deeper water with a bottom rig. But yeah, it's in full swing. So switching over to some rockfish. Remember, we got a couple, I guess like a week and a half left of striped bass fishing. And then it's going to close down for the month of April. Most people are fishing a little bit shallower, for what I heard, right at the mouth of the rivers, casting some bigger plugs and some paddle tails with lighter jigs, finding a couple of fish in those, probably 12 foot and under of water around structure, or just scanning for those fish right through some of the flats in those areas. Eastern Bay is a good area to check out right now. A lot of those fish are moving through the shallows, moving up to the spawning areas. Just make sure to check the DNR map so you know where you're allowed to fish right now and where you're not allowed to. I know there's a couple areas like the Chester River where you're not supposed to go in the chop tank. And then I think there's a couple others like the Patuxent and the Potomac. So just make sure that you know where you are fishing, because you don't want to get caught in some of those closed areas.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't be afraid to have a topwater plug rigged up as well. The water temps are starting to get to that point that we kind of target them like that in the fall with the topwater. So they will certainly surface, especially in the early mornings and evenings. So don't be afraid to have one of those tied on as well.
Yeah, catfishing's picking up as we speak around here, Indianapolis area. Your typical spots right at the mouth of Magothy, Hackett's Point. Any kind of drop off, even right here at Sandy Point Line, you can go out and anchor. And if you're shore fishing any of these parks, you have a good chance of catching some good catfish. Sandy Point is probably going to be my favorite to go to, right at the sand, right there on the beach, and just casting out a couple pieces of cut bait, mud shad or LY.
So some folks over at Greensboro, or not Greensboro, Jonas Green, I forgot about it. It's the wrong time of year, but Jonas Green has been having some catfish too, especially if you fish over on the right side of the park where there's kind of that small beach area, right at that mouth where it cuts in there. People have been doing really well with catfish there at night. So if you're looking to get out after work, that'd be a good spot to check out.
Yeah, some cut eel will also work pretty good. I think you're not allowed to use them live in the bay right now, but as long as you cut them, you should be good. Also, trout fishing. Remember, there's some closer areas, so make sure you know where you're fishing right now or where you're going. I know there's some areas that close up right now and don't open up until, I guess, opening that in April. So just make sure you check that out. And I know there's plenty of spots where you can still fish. Just look at the DNR website and check those out.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities, guys. It's starting to warm up. It's that time of year.
Yep. Other than that, that's it for your fishing report, guys. You guys have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Take care.